Section 3. Practice 1. Conversation 1.
OK, we're discussing your schedule for next semester. I see you haven't included any foreign language courses. I thought you were planning to take introductory Spanish.
Well, I was, but then I spent the summer in Mexico and I picked up quite a bit there. So I think I'm past that level.
If that's the case, then you should sign up for intermediate Spanish. You have to take some foreign language class. It's compulsory for all students.
OK, then intermediate Spanish.
Fine. That's Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Now I see for Monday and Wednesday afternoons you were planning on taking European history.
Right. No, wait a minute. Didn't I put down Latin American history? That's what I meant.
You put European, but don't worry. It's easy to change it to Latin American, and the schedule is the same.
Good.
Conversation 2.
You've started your research project already, haven't you? Could you help me? I'm having trouble getting going.
Sure. What do you need help with? You've chosen your topic already, right?
Of course. And I've started a list of possible resources, but I haven't done much of the reading yet.
So you already have the professor's approval for your topic?
Was I supposed to do that?
Yes. You'd better hurry and make an appointment with the professor before you get too much farther into this.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to do that today. About my sources, am I supposed to include original sources like interviews and stuff? Or are just books and articles okay?
The professor said she wanted us to include at least one original interview. So that's something else you have to do. Figure out who you'll ask to do that.
That's going to take some thinking. I heard some other people talking about taking photographs to include with their written report. Do I have to do that?
I'm pretty sure that the professor said that was optional, so I wouldn't worry about it. Also charts, graphs, any other kind of visual. The professor said it was up to us to decide the best way to present our information. So none of that is necessary unless you want to include it.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, but you better get going. The project is due at the end of the month.
Oh, that's right. That gives me only 2 weeks to finish it. I wish I could have until the end of the semester.
Conversation 3.
Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Japanese knotweed as an example of an invasive plant. This is a plant not native to our area that has escaped from people's gardens and it causes all kinds of trouble in the environment. It is very bad for the local ecology as well as for man-made structures.
If it causes so many problems, why did people ever plant it in their gardens in the first place?
Well, of course, they didn't realise how destructive it could be. People admired the plant as an ornamental. It has beautiful and fragrant flowers. Beekeepers also like it for that reason. It makes good honey. OK, so knotweed has an extensive root system, which enables it to spread quickly over a small area, crowding out native plants.
I've heard that the roots are so strong they can damage concrete.
Yes, that's true. Knotweed roots have been known to cause cracks in concrete and damage sidewalks, parking lots, things like that.
So probably it needs to be controlled with poison.
Actually, you wouldn't want to use poison or any kind of herbicide, as that would harm other plants in the area. The only way is to dig it up by the roots. Then you have to put the roots in plastic bags and take them to the dump. You can't just leave the roots lying around or they'll sprout new plants. They're very tough.
Can knotweed be used as a medicinal herb?
I've never heard that, but you can eat it. It's really quite delicious cooked, and you can add it to pies, jellies and other dishes.
Conversation 4.
As you know, I like to have a talk with each of my students mid-semester, just to check in and see how things are going.
I'm really enjoying your class.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. And I'm happy to see you haven't missed one class yet. A perfect attendance record.
I get a lot out of the class discussions. I'd hate to miss even one.
You contribute a lot to the discussions. I really appreciate it. And you've been doing a good job on your written assignments, except for one thing. You seem to have a habit of turning them in late.
Yes, I know. It's just that I have a very heavy schedule this semester.
Still, you can't continue doing that. I'll expect to see no more late assignments from you this semester. Let's talk about your most recent paper. Overall, it was very well done.
Thank you.
The way you organised the information worked very well, and you expressed your ideas very clearly. I had a little problem with the way you concluded it, though. It wasn't quite logical.
I really struggled with that part of it. Do you think I should write the whole thing over again?
No, that won't be necessary. You'll have a chance to work more with those same ideas on your next assignment.
Conversation 5.
Okay, so I'm Martha Andrews, and I'm here today to share with you my experience with student teaching last semester, since all of you will be doing your student teaching next semester. Overall, it was a great experience. I really got a lot out of it.
So how did you choose the school where you did your student teaching? Wasn't it hard to find the right school?
Well, it was a little confusing. My plan was to work in an elementary school, because when I graduate, that's what I want to do. But, I found a middle school that has a great science program, and I'm really interested in science education, so I decided to work there. And I figured, at least it's not a high school, so it's not too removed from my goals.
Didn't you find it hard working with kids that age? It must have been hard to keep them under control.
Actually, that wasn't as hard as I'd anticipated. A lot of the time we had the class divided into small groups, and it was much easier to work with them that way. In fact, I think that was the best thing about my student teaching. The kids learned a lot, and I got to know them well. And the teacher did all the lesson planning, so I just had to follow his plan. He kept the kids involved in interesting activities.
What about field trips? Did the kids behave on trips?
We didn't take any trips while I was at the school.
I'm worried about how the other teachers will see me when I do my student teaching. I mean, I don't have any experience and I'm young. Maybe they won't respect me.
I didn't have that problem at all. Everyone who worked at the school gave me a lot of support. It was a great place to work. I mean, the building was not very modern, and sometimes we didn't have enough textbooks, but everyone who worked there was really great. And I think that's what really matters.
I will explain section 3, discussion, practice 1, conversation 1 until conversation 5. Okay, let's start with question number 1. What does the student say about introductory Spanish class? I got the keyword from this question. The man said that I think I passed that level, so it related to the answer B. It's too easy, so I conclude that the answer is B. Okay, move to question number 2. Why does the woman suggest intermediate Spanish? My answer is C. It's preparation for the student trip to Mexico. Next, for number 3. What class will the student take on Monday and Wednesday afternoon? My answer is C. Latin American history. Because the man said that he take Latin American history in that day. Okay, we jump to conversation 2. Question number 1. What has the woman not done yet? My answer is speaking about her project with the professor. Because the woman hasn't not talked to the professor about her project. Next, number 2. What does she have to include as part of her project? The man suggests that she should take one original interview. So my answer is A, interviews. Next, for question number 3. When is the project due? The man said that the due date of this project is the end of the month. So the answer is B, next month. Next to conversation 3, question 1. People originally grew knotweed. My answer is B, for its attractive flowers. Next to number 2. The best way to get rid of knotweed is to. My answer is C, dig up the roots. Because the woman said that you should to dig it up the root. Next, for question number 3. No, it can be used as my answer is A, food, because the woman said that you can eat it. So something that you can eat is a food, right? Okay, next to conversation 4. Question 1. Why is the professor meeting with the student? My answer is to give her the semester grade. And then question number 2. The professor wants the student to. My answer is B. Turn her assignment in on time. Number 3. According to professor, what aspect of the student recent paper needs improvement? The answer is C. The conclusion. Okay, this is my last part. Conversation 5. Question 1. What kind of school did Marta work at? My answer is B, middle school, because I got a keyword when she said that, well, I found the middle school, blah blah blah. And next, question number 2. What did Marta enjoy most about her student teaching? I got the answer is A, working in a small group, because Marta said that a lot of time we had the class divided into a small group, so the answer related to A answer, working in a small group. And then next, the last question number 3. What does Marta say about the school where she worked? And my answer is A, the staff was supportive. Cause I got a keyword when she said that everyone working at that school gave me a lot of supportive. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zara Afnar. I want to explain about the part 2. Okay, the first question. Italian painting is A, the subject, B, the topic, and C, the course. Let's start. Listen to audio.
Track 21.
Okay, everyone. The first thing we have to decide is our topic. I mean, what exactly are we going to talk about? We know the course is art history, and the subject is Italian painting, but that's still too big. We have to choose a particular topic. What do you think, Mandy?
I think we should concentrate on a single painter.
But on the other hand, if we discuss more than one artist, it'll be easier to make comparisons and show the differences between them.
That's a good idea, Edward. It'll give us more to discuss.
Right. So the next thing is to decide which artists to look at. I think we should definitely include Michelangelo. You know, he painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Rome. He's very famous. And what about Leonardo da Vinci? They were both great painters. What do you think, Beth?
They're okay, I suppose. But don't you think everyone else will choose them? How about Botticelli? His painting is very different from the other two.
I agree with Beth. Why don't we have Michelangelo and Botticelli?
I'm happy with that. Everyone else okay with it?
Okay. The answer is the B, the topic, because if it taken the subject, it is too bigger, and if it taken the topic is particular topic. I think the answer is B. And the question second, who originally want to discuss one painter? Okay, listen the audio. From I listen, the speaker asked to opinion from someone, such as Mondi, and then she say, I think increasing of single painter. And Edward, he said we have discussed it. It make a difference. It make an easier comparison and differences, and show different them. I think the answer is Mondi, because she said single painter. The third question, Mondi suggests that the option 1, Michelangelo and Botticelli, the B, Michelangelo, and C, Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. Let's start the audio. Okay, I think the answer is C, Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, because the speakers say Michelangelo is very famous and Leonardo da Vinci is very great painting. But Botticelli, explained by Beth, she say Botticelli is painting differences. The fourth question, I think the answer is B. His style of painting is different, because before we listen, I know that Botticelli is painting, and then it is a difference between Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. So the answer is style of painting is different.
Hey guys, we next to the part 3, the track 18. Those are the paraphrases. We must to paraphrase the sentence firstly. So and before that, we must to read all, and you must to know and understand the all sentences mean. Okay. After that, let's listen to the track carefully.
Station 1.
I heard you're looking for a job this semester, Jim.
Yeah, I need something part-time that still leaves me enough time for studying. I went to the campus employment office, and there are a few jobs I'm interested in applying for.
What are they?
Well, there's an office assistant job I'm really interested in, because it's at an engineering firm, and you know I'd like to go into engineering.
So, have you applied for it?
I will, but it's not very close to my apartment, so I'd have to spend a lot of time just traveling to work every day. So I'm not sure it's the best choice for me. On the other hand, I wouldn't have to work on Saturday or Sunday, so that's a plus.
I think you should look for something here at the university. Like in the cafeteria, maybe?
Well, there is an opening there for a server that I plan to apply for. It doesn't pay very much, though. I think I need to earn more than I could get there.
I heard they were looking for a cashier at the university bookstore.
They were, and I wanted to apply, but it turns out they've already hired someone for that position.
Too bad. I think it would be really fun to work there.
Okay, we next to the answers. Why I choose this sentence to paraphrase the sentence on the box. Okay, I will explain by one by one. When he says that it's something part-time, that is same to the sentence it requires weekend hours. And then the next sentence is the salary is too low, and his paraphrase with the sentence, I think I need to earn more at there. And then after that, it's far from his home. He paraphrased to the sentence just like traveling the world every day, to describe that the home is so far from the work. And then the sentence is already been filled. The purpose is hire someone for the position. Okay, then we match them what job to the sentence, he said. And the number one is office assistant. It is, he said that is need the part-time, it's something part-time. And then number two, the cafeteria server. He said that I think I need the earn more at there. And then number three is the bookstore cashier. He said that has someone for the position. Okay, we next to the conversation. The second conversation. The question is same with the before question. That is, to paraphrase. The question asks us to paraphrase firstly the sentence on the box, and then we match them to the three subjects. Okay, we next to the track.
Conversation 2. As your advisor, Elizabeth, it's my job to talk with you during the semester to find out how your classes are going.
I'd say everything's going pretty well, except sometimes I feel overwhelmed with work, particularly in my economics class.
So you feel the workload in that class is too heavy?
Well, I have about 10 books I have to finish before the end of the semester. They're all very interesting, but, you know, it takes a lot of concentration to read about economics.
What about your other classes?
I'm really enjoying my sociology class. I have to write several articles for it. That's a lot, but it's interesting. Anyhow, I prefer that kind of assignment to having to prepare a class presentation. That's something I really don't like to do. So I like that class, but my favorite class is geology.
Is geology a special interest of yours?
Not especially, but the class is really fun because every week we go on excursions to places that have interesting geological features. We get to see these things in real life. It's a fun way to learn.
Okay, I will explain one by one. We want to paraphrase that. Okay, the first sentence is write papers, and she paraphrase the sentence with write several articles for it. And then the second sentence is give a presentation. That can we paraphrase to the sentence prepare a class presentation. And then the third sentence is go on field trips. She repeat with the sentence go on excursion to places that have interesting pictures. And the last sentence is read a lot. I hear that it takes a lot concentration. I'm wrong with the right written, and so we match them to the three subjects. What he says. And number one is economic. Economic is matched with write several articles for it. And then number second is B, that is prepare a class presentation for sociology. And then for geology, she says that she like because go and excursion to places that have interesting pictures. So she likes that the sociology subjects. Okay, we next to the third conversation. This is same too with the before question, that is we must to paraphrase the sentences on the boxes. Okay, we next to
conversation 3.
I've been doing some really interesting reading about ancient Egyptian art in my art history class.
Oh, yes, I was reading something about that recently. The colours all have special meanings or something, don't they?
Yeah, the ancient Egyptians used colors to symbolize different things. White, for example, meant purity, and black meant death. though sometimes it represented life, too.
That's strange. Anyhow, I thought green symbolized life.
Well, it does. It represents new life and vegetation, as you might imagine. I mean, that makes sense. There is also this green stone, malachite, that was used as a symbol of joy.
It's a really pretty stone.
Then blue is often used in paintings of gods. I'll have to look that up, but I think it was in association with the sky.
It makes sense.
Victory was symbolized by red, but red had other uses too. It could mean anger, but also it was just used as a normal skin color.
So colour wasn't always used in a symbolic way?
No, not always. I mean, sometimes they just used different colors to distinguish different objects. Like if they were painting a row of things or something like that, then they would just alternate the colors.
Okay, we next to the conversation 3. I will explain one by one. We paraphrase the sentences on the box firstly. The first sentence is represented rich. Rich is same with an anger, so I hear that he said they represent an anger. And next sentences used for object in a line. He represent. He repeat the sentences with the sentence use different object. I think I hear that. Next to the next sentence, use in pictures of the gods. He say that in painting of gods. And after that, represented stones. He repeated with green stone. I hear that. Okay. And then we match with the colors he described. He said that are number 1 is blue. Blue is in a painting of gods. And number 2 is red. Red represent an anger. And number 3 is alternating colors that represent to be use different object. Okay, we next to the
Conversation 4.
I've been learning some interesting things about the Hawaiian Islands in my geology class.
Well, the islands were all formed by volcanoes. That's about all I know about them.
Yes, and in fact, Hawaii Island, also known as the Big Island, is actually still forming. It has several active volcanoes, and it's still expanding because of that. It's the youngest of all the islands.
I didn't realize that. What about Oahu Island? Isn't that where the capital city is?
Yes, Honolulu, the capital of Hawaii, is on Oahu. So is most of the population of the state. Unlike some of the other islands, Oahu is not as rural, since it has the city there and such a high population density.
Yeah, I would have guessed that. But the other islands are quieter and less populated, I would think.
Kauai, for example. That island doesn't have any highways or tall buildings. It has a lot of nice beaches, though. That's because it was the first island to be formed, so it's been around for a long time. Ages of erosion have formed miles and miles of beautiful, sandy beaches.
Okay, I will explain. We paraphrase that one by one. The first sentence is, it must urban island. Is the most urban island. I think it's same with the sentence. He says that is capable city. Capable is same with the urban. And it has several cities there. Urban is same with the sentence. It has several cities there. And then B, it has the most volcanoes. So they repeated with it has several active volcanoes there. Then it's the oldest island. C repeated with the sentence the first island to be formed. I think that's same with the meaning that it is oldest island. and then it continues to grow. I think I hear that it is same with the sentence, it is high population. Okay, we match them with the question. The number one is the big island. The big island related to B, that is, it has several active volcanoes. And then number two, Ohio, it is related with A, that is capable city. It has several cities there. And then Kauai is C, that is the first island to be formed. And that is same with the sentence, it is oldest island. Okay, we next to conversation 5. This is the last.
Conversation 5. Let's go over the major assignments you'll have in this class this semester.
Will there be a final exam?
That's always what students want to know about first. Yes, there will be a final exam, but contrary to what you may think, it isn't mandatory. You don't have to take it. You'll have a choice of writing a final essay instead if you prefer.
What will the essay be about?
We'll be talking about that later on. So some of you will write an essay, and some will take an exam at the end of the semester. One thing all of you will do is write a research paper. It's a short one, and you'll need to hand it in to me by the end of next month.
The end of next month? That's hardly any time at all.
Yes, but remember I said it'll be a short paper. The other important assignment you have in this class is the textbook articles. I've put a list of the required ones on the website. Some of them are fairly dense, so I recommend finding a classmate to study with. Then you can discuss the material together.
Okay, I will explain one by one. The first sentence is, it is not required, but for the my presentation is not clear with the written. The answer is you don't have to take. So I think that is same with the sentence, it is not required. And then the sentence, it is the most important assignment. I think the same with the sentence 14, you all do. And then it is due at the end of the next month. I didn't hear clearly, so I just hear that at the end next month. And then the last sentence is, it should be done with a study partner. I hear that he said that discuss material part together. Together is related to a study partner. Okay, we match them with the 3 questions. That the final exam is related to A, for thing you all do. It is not required. And then number 2, the research paper is related to C, at the end next month. And then 3 is the discuss material together, or in another sentence we said that it should be done with a study partner. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you.